Hey everybody, welcome to another edition of What's New in School. I just added a new feature to the website yesterday, so I wanted to show that and get you guys up to speed on that. So let me go ahead and switch over to my screen, and I'm logged into a sample account that I use to do some testing. And what I'm going to do is click here on Your Courses. Okay, here you can see my courses, and I'm going to go ahead and click on this course right here. And here you can see the course, and I've added this new button. Now this is a course I'm enrolled in, and you can see I can start the course and I can choose any lessons I want to do, but I added this button here, Message Instructor. And what that allows you to do as a student is you can contact me directly right on the website. You don't have to go through and send an email and do all of that. So let me go ahead and do that. And that brings you to this screen here. And this screen is a screen where I can ask questions, and it's already filled in the destination to me and what course the question is about. So that's already done for you. So now I just have to come in here and say, this is a test question. How do I do what, whatever I'm going to write, right? Whatever. But let's just do whatever. Okay. And I'm going to press enter, and that sends the message to me, the instructor. And now on a different screen, right, I'm going to see that message come in, and then I'm going to be able to reply right on the website. I won't have to go into email, and we won't have to go back and forth. I know sometimes when I send the email for the first time to a new student, because it's a brand new, somebody contacting somebody for the first time, a lot of times some of the different companies will put that in the spam folder, which is really annoying, but we have the best reputation you can have for an email server. Actually, Microsoft does our email. But in any case, so what I could do is on the other computer is provide an answer like this is how you do that. And then of course, if we had to do email, we could. And like let's say we have to share pictures and whatnot. So any second now you'll see it come up over here, my reply, and there it is. Okay, so it allows us that we can actually even do real-time chat if we need to, but we'll have a history of all these conversations. And this is why I want to talk to you about, like, you may have received an email from the site yesterday. So I have a lot of conversations from the first several years of the website being online, but about 6 years ago in 2020, we had spammers actually logging in as students and then sending students, like actually manually going through and finding students and sending them spam. And so at the time, I was very busy, had a lot going on, so I just disabled the messaging. And when I re-enabled it, I didn't realize that some people got messages saying, "Hey, you didn't see this message you received in 2020." So in any case, I went through and deleted. There were a bunch of them. I just took the time and deleted all the spam, and also deleted some tests I sent out. So if you did get an erroneous email from me yesterday from the website, I'm sorry. But now we have this system here, which I think is going to be so good. We used it a lot back, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 years ago until the spammers found it. Now, the way we're stopping spam with this is that you can only message me. So if a spammer did get in there, they can only send me spam, and I can just go ahead and block them. That's part of what I do, honestly, every day is block spammers. So even with all the tools we have, sometimes they still get through, right? So in any case, I get people cold calling me all the time from using my LinkedIn info. So that's just part of life when you own a business. In any case, I did want to show you this. And you can actually just send me a message from here. You don't even have to, if it's something not related to a particular course, you can just message me directly anyways. You can go right here to create a new conversation. You can just type in my name, and it'll do a filter, and you saw it pops up right there. And then you can come down here and put the subject in. Subject. And then finally down here is where you put your message, my message, and then just press enter to send it, and I'll see it on the other screen here in a moment. But just something that was very easy to implement on my side after, that noise is like me getting the message. But just something that, took about a half a day to implement, and I wanted to share with you guys that this messaging is now in. And because of the spammers previously, students can't message other students. If you have a company and you're a student with somebody else, you can just send yourself direct emails or talk to each other in person. I just want to make sure nobody gets spammed anymore. So in any case, that was the first thing I wanted to show you guys that's new with the website, and also mention if you did get some erroneous emails from the site, that's why you would have got them. The second thing I wanted to mention is I had somebody reach out to me and says, Sean, I know you got this course coming up in 1 month. It's like, I only can come for 3 days. Can I sign up for 3 days? Absolutely. Of course, when you go to this page, it's only the 4-day item. So you're going to contact me directly if you only wanted to do, like, let's say Tuesday through Thursday. But you have to contact me directly, and you're going to contact me soon because the closer we get to the date, I have to start peering back how many open slots there are because I can't just have 4 extra guys show up, or sign up the day before because I want to be ready for them. I have to print labs. One of the things I'm doing is I'm trying to improve the labs every time I have a class. And so I keep reprinting them out. That's why I'm not giving them away yet. But you do, when you fill out the class survey, you do get to put your address in this. So, come this winter, I'll print them all out and send everybody a hard copy. But in any case, I wanted to mention that too. Time is running out to sign up for that. I mean, now it's less than 4 weeks away. So if you know anybody who needs CompactLogix hands-on training, please let me know. I'm also doing a lot of custom training. I don't know if you can see behind me here. Let me go back to full screen. You can see I got a bunch of PLC 5s and SLC 500 set up. I've had people actually contact me and say, Sean, I want to do a 4-day class. I want you to cover CompactLogix, ControlLogix, PLC 5, and SLC 500. I'm like, okay, let's do it. So, as a matter of fact, as soon as I'm done this video, I got another video I got to do for the blog, but then I'll be going over and recording the PLC 5 and SLC 500 presentations for those new classes, which you can see down here. These are all the ones I'm working on right now. So I'll be working on these 2 presentations later today. I do believe I finished these. I did check on the MicroLogix. I may have to film that one too. But the presentations for each of these lessons that I'm doing, at least these are already up there. CompactLogix, ControlLogix, Micro 800. They're already up there, and every student, you can download the presentation. You can watch the video and then download and keep the presentation afterwards. So in any case, these are the ones I have to do. I know this PowerPoint's done. I just got to film it. But these 2, I've been refining it as I've been doing the in-person training, kind of trimming out the slides because, back in the early 90s, we had tons of PowerPoint slides, right? So, trying to make sure I only get the ones in there that make the most sense for that part of the course. So in any case, and then the other thing too will be as I finish section 2 on these, I will be using a new feature where I can send a message to all the students in a particular class. So, and since most of you have received these courses for free because you're in the level 1 and 2 extended edition. So, you guys will be getting a message from me and I'll recapping all the new stuff that's in section 2, which I'll do before I go to section 3 and start filming that. So I'm still on pace to get these all done by the end of the year. Even with going to Automation Fair and taking some time off at the week of vacation, the week of Thanksgiving, as well as do all the in-person training I'm doing here. I still plan to have level 1s done, and then I can start working on level 2s, which I'm really excited about because it's nice to do some of the deep stuff again, right? So in any case, that's all I wanted to share with you guys today. I want to wish you all good health and happiness. Thank you for being a student at the Automation School. And until next time, my friends, peace.